Good evening, folks. Welcome on this Thursday evening stream. We are back to playing Wasteland 2. And if I recall correctly, we were in the zone where in Hollywood, and we went into a sewer or something and found the God's Militia's hideout. So we found a vendor in there that's got some good stuff. But I think there's going to be a bunch of quests which I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do, because we didn't follow a quest to get here. So we're just talking to a bunch of people at the moment. Just checking sound's working. But it is. Let me play the game. Yeah, Griffith Park, there's a church zone. Which I think is just the God's Militia guys. And they've got one of them's got a really good, this guy's got really good weapons, but I'm running out of money for it. And I've got a vague suspicion that this side is the martial side, and that they will fight me or something.
I'm gonna fight every single one of these guys. Boom, boom, boom.
The same. Retribution Jones. Retribution is a tall, thin man with a high forehead and cold glint in his eyes. He wears body armor under his militia uniform. Samson's hammer, you're pathetic. What are you supposed to be, cowboys? This is an army, not a costume party, and I suppose you're here to join up with the church militant. Damnation! The things God sends to test me, I swear. Now speak up. Why are you pencil necks clattering up my office? What do you know about the church militant? The church militant is the bravest, most well-trained, best-equipped military force in the Wasteland. Add to that our God-inspired strength and ferocity, and we are unbeatable. An all-conquering army that will scourge the earth of sinners and establish the glorious empire of God for eternity. At least we will if Mayweather and the church ecstatic ever pull their thumbs out of their asses and give us a go-ahead. What do you know about this church ecstatic? Look good in a fancy red suit, wouldn't you? Listen, spreading the word of God, James King, and the Red Messiah is important work, I don't deny it. But the church has plenty of preachers already. What it needs is more soldiers. We're never gonna expand our base of operations if we just hide up here on our mountaintop and yammer like a bunch of women. We gotta take the fight to the heathens, and for that we need manpower, and plenty of it. Whatever, if you'd rather talk than fight, go find Evangelist Mayweather. I'm sure he'd love to add more hands to his circle jerk. I don't give a damn. What do you know about Malediction Mayweather? I know he's the leader of the church and all, I just wish he'd lead. He keeps saying he's waiting for intelligence from McDade before we move on Hollywood. I don't see the need. We've got more than enough firepower to turn those whores and ass bandits into a red mist. What are we waiting for? Something stinks in the chapel if you ask me, and I only hope that God chooses to expose what it is before it's too late. What do you know about Hollywood? Cancer is boiled on the face of the earth, a coven of sinners and sodomites that needs to be scoured black with blood and holy fire. I don't know why Mayweather is holding back from attacking it. We could have purged that cancer long ago and been marching on to bigger and better crusades, but that blower just won't pull the trigger. What do you know about Ascension McDade? If you ask me, the head of the church vigilant has his eyes shut. That whining skeleton just doesn't have his heart in his work anymore. He hasn't got us any actionable intelligence mix. He was supposed to find the ways to turn that coven of perverts in Hollywood against each other and weaken the place from within, but all he does is mope around in his question room reading books. And they're not even the Bible. If God doesn't see that fit to strike him down for stalling, I'm gonna be his instrument and break my foot off in his skinny little ass. Okay. God go with you, Rangers. But this is a confusing bit. We haven't got a quest for any of these, so even though we get the option to join any of these, or all of them, we don't. Let me have a quick look around. Story of Samson, part 3. Let's read this. Story of Samson, part 1. Where did that? I've already read that one. Looking for part 3. Bit weird. Did I pick it up? A story of Samson. Looks like there's enough room to place an item on this table, but what item? Okay. Story of Samson, part 4. Spores has received a story of Samson. Ah, so now we can see it. Part 3. Samson preached the word from this new church, which he dubbed the Salvation Church, and hundreds flocked to hear his word, to be converted and cleanse themselves and others of their sins. But what should have been the moment of glory for Samson and the young church turned to despair as unbelievers struck on demons' wings, blowing up hundreds of the faithful and making the Angelus temple dangerous territory. It was then that Samson spoke to God one final time, and God told him to take his followers into Griffith Park, where they would find a sanctuary, a bastion of faith. And so Samson led the faithful up the mountain and into the wilds, but in the tunnel that led to the bastion, the enemies of the church caught up to them and would have slaughtered them to the last man, woman and child, except for Samson, who sent them on to safety while he guarded their rear. Alone but for God and his mighty hammer, Samson faced the evil horde and smashed them down as they came, no matter how many withstood them, until the impact of his heroic blows shook down the very tunnel itself, crushing utterly that wicked army. But it was God's will that he should also take Samson's life in that collapse, so that he might join the great prophet James King at God's right hand. And so in his great sacrifice Samson closed the tunnel, but opened the path for his church to continue. The Red Messiah. Story of our Samson, the Red Messiah. Thus, with the strength of our arms and the teaching of our great prophets, the Salvation Church claimed the Bastion of Faith as our sanctuary, and grew strong there, welcoming all the faithful and dividing into 3 equal branches. The Church Militant, charged with safeguarding the Word; the Church Vigilant, charged with rooting out the enemies of the Word; and the Church Ecstatic, charged with spreading the Word to the whole of the world. And so we continue to rise and triumph through our faith in God, and through God's will we work to fulfill His mission every day. We are ever growing, spreading His word and mercy through our bullets and knives, giving the unrepentant unbeliever to His grace. In the name of the preacher of the word, James King, and his prophet Samson, the Red Messiah. Amen. Okay. I was hoping for skill books. More books, alright. It's alright. Where does this go?
A temple of science made into a temple of hate. Despicable.
Ah, onto the roof. Wait, do they have a radio up here? No. Is this on that, please? Spores is using demolitions. And picklock. Booze. Is that our own stuff that got put up there? Speaking of, just want to repair this guy's alphabet. The green guy. Yeah, he doesn't get healed when the rest of our team gets healed. So I need to keep his health topped up. He's a bullet sponge for me. The Night Terror guy. One more. 7,000. Okay. Doesn't look like there's any actual things we can do on the roof. So I flew the booze. That was already there. Okay. Ecstatic Knight. Ecstatic Knight. Ooh. This is the Preacher Constance Ye. Ecstatic Knight. Where are we? So this is probably Griffith Park zone. An eyeball sits in the display case. Ah, this is this Sanctity white guy with attitude. Greetings, novices. Welcome to the Bastion of Faith, your new home, and praise of God for your triumph in the gauntlet of Samson. Skill points. The plaque on the pedestal reads Ali the Dead-Eye, Al-Wekwayan the First Rock. Oh. And Penitent. This is their yard of stuff. These are the ecstatic. Penitent. Yeah, I've got a feeling we're gonna start the fight soon. So I'm not sure we should. I'm Sister Preacher Constantine, the Bastion's official greeter and guide, and would be happy to help you get your bearings here among God's chosen. Would you like some directions, or would you rather explore on your own? We'd like to explore. Excellent. The church is always pleased to welcome novices with a take charge attitude. One thing, however, before you go, pretty soon you will want to choose which branch of the church you would like to join. May I suggest visiting each of the branches and speaking with their leaders before making your final decision. You may find that your perfect fit was not what you expected. Okay. This is Maggie. Enormous doors of the Bastion look impenetrable. And we came out the back. I think I'm gonna just go back actually. We did quite a lot of we came in through the Hollywood section, and there was a bit of I think might have been the, in terms of the context, beware the Samson guy collapsed channels,
this is inhumane.
which is somewhere along these lines. Yeah, so this looks like might have been the yeah, so we came through there, and I don't know what we want to do there. Besides, maybe get some zeolite from them. Yeah, so Hollywood is where we want to be. We spoke to a guy on the TV who is, I think what's that guy's name? So we need to do this in Griffith Park, so radio repeater as well. Can't use a shovel on that object. I misclicked. Bend spoon and scrap. Toaster. 77% chance. Take a rest and watch the best. Walk of Fame star Tom Selleck. Oh. Wonder why they chose that specific one. To survive the apocalypse. Sister Creep. Beware the man with the scarlet eye. That's what she says. Okay. Hack the safe. I got the spores. No, I'm gonna try and finish this game. I think we're about 70. Manny Wong photos. What? What is this? This folder contains illicit photos of Manny Wong. Okay. What is this? There's more brown.
It is righteous in here.
Rambo. Ah, Rambo. This is the gun shop guy. Oof, we might not have had 100 save before we came in. Jason. Rambo? This man is watching an old VHS tape labeled First Blood. Whatever that is, it seems to affect him deeply. A single tear rolls down his cheek.
Hello?
Rambo.
Ah, the customer. Welcome to Rambo's gun shop.
Rambo.
I am Jean Rambo, the owner. How may I give you assistance?
Your name is Rambo?
Eh? Oui, that is me, Jean Rambo, at your service.
Do you need any help?
Help? Rambo does not need help. Rambo is Rambo. He helps himself.
I've got a mate that really loves the Rambo series.
Oui,
Old school one.
certainly. Please enjoy Rambo's selection.
What? Pseudo chitin armor. Ooh, so they are conductive still, but they have less combat speed modified or subtracted. Ooh. PSG-1 sniper rifle. Shotgun spares. Oh yeah, the jackhammer we got from the shop downstairs. Sell junk. Iron beamer. Assault rifle. SMG. Oh, we already have better. Sniper guy. Hold on. Already have better as well. Okay. But it's a 6 AP gun. So it's slightly higher damage per AP. Spectrum. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. So we might get this for him. So instead of conductive armor, which we saw is a bit of a problem, now heavy guys can get this one. Eventually. Ooh, heavy weapons. Rose. Ooh, so this is an upgrade. 200 round capacity, 56.0 damage per AP. Minus 0.8 combat speed though. Ooh, mini gun. Yeah, kind of tempted though, because we on on our last save we gave this guy crit chance. So his crit chance is basically guaranteed. For 1.7 damage. So it was either her or Daniel for the crit chance combat shooting upgrade. This could have been so much better, but it's for her it's only 1.5 damage. Or 1.6 in this case. 7 armor penetration as well. So from 43.2 to 56. Oh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. And handguns, we've got him on 45. Okay. So there are a few upgrades we can come to get when we have money. There are other stuff we can sell for money. Climbing boots. Oh, so this we were still carrying around, hoping to get an option to change that before a combat situation. 1,700 booze. Sure if we're gonna need it. Your favorite gold lettering, the name Tom Selleck can be made out inside a granite star. Below the text someone has spray painted I less than 3 Magnum.
Adieu, mes amis.
Like the guns, bro. But you got any blades?
You like the combat
Damn
knife,
right
eh?
I do.
Then I may have something for you. Ooh, hello. What do we have for the combat guy?
Bienvenue, Rangers. Mas oui, certainly. Please enjoy Rambo's selection.
He does not have a special knife.
Adieu, mes amis.
He's a fine figure of a man, isn't he? If not very bright.
Okay, so we were in Rambo's Park Managed Chinese Casino, Hotel California, High Ground. Walking in LA, walking in LA. Woman, man. Grauman. Casino. Order schnitzel. New deck on table 6. Good evening folks, how can I help you? Grauman. Welcome to Manny's Chinese Casino, proprietor Manny Wong. Please enjoy the games, chance or the show. Where are the shows put on? Stage inside the old theatre. Unfortunately we are renovating at the moment, so there's no show. We want to play games of chance. What do you know about Manny Wong? Mr. Wong is a gentleman. It's a pleasure to work for him. What's your job? I'm Mr. Wong's head of security, and if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to it. Do you need any help? I believe Mr. Wong has something he dealt with. Speak to him. What do you know about Manny Wong? You're trying to threaten the casino's security chief? Not very bright, are you? I've got nothing more to say about Mr. Wong, and if you ask again, you'll have to be removed. To play games of chance. So for poker, blackjack, roulette, see the cashier along the left wall to convert your trade goods to chips. Enjoy your time at Manny's. Ah, it's all outside. Man. Manny Wong. And we've got the incriminating photos as well. Step right up, strangers. Still have to speak to the lady in charge. What's her name? Exploring. Doing a hard save in case we mess things up.
Oh dear, this isn't the place for me. I'd like to wait outside.
What? What is this place? Kate. I think we can take one person outside. Nope. What is this place? Hold on. This is Heidi's Hollywood Hideaway. Ah. Okay. MP boss said, look ahead as we pass, try not to focus on him. Okay, so we did do a hard save outside. Lisa Parker. Man. Kate, man. What's all? Ah, it's a brothel. Raquel. I have no interest in you. Good day. Okay. It's Heidi. The Hoff. No? Not responding. But all the doors want to be opened. Billy D. I have no interest in you. Good day. Are they customers or? Nope. Hold on. Should they be responding? I don't know. Maroon. I have no interest in you. Good day. Dean. See ya, baby. Okay. Quick save. Vibrate a large black habit. It's curious, what do you keep in the box? Condom black pompadour. Okay. Just checking if there's any good loot. It's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So this door.
Whoa, this is freaky.
It's a table and chair. Okay, that might be hostile. Look. Mistress Veronica. I am Mistress Veronica, and you have entered the land of night and dreams, where no fantasy is too strange and no request ridiculed. Are you here to indulge yourself, or is this a business school? Tell us about yourself. I'm assistant to Madam Heidi of Heidi's Hideaway and mistress of a dungeon, where it is my pleasure to provide pleasure or pain whichever you require.